So I'll give everybody a bit of perspective here about what this is. This wouldn't surprise me. I kind of figured that the project Q would be somewhere around $250 to $300. This is just a remote access device. If you didn't know, all that means is that wherever your PS5 is, you can basically stream that content over to this device and play it on this device as long as you're in the same network area, right? So it'll be like you've got your PS5 running in the living room. You need to go hang out on the porcelain throne, as it were, but you don't want to quit gaming, right? So you pick up your Project Q and you keep gaming while you go do your business. Doing gaming business while you go and do your business, right? It's a remote access device for probably $250 to $300. Whereas the Steam Deck, for $100 more, roughly, is a dedicated gaming handheld. Fully dedicated gaming handheld device for roughly $100 more, right? Now, is it PlayStation? No. But I'm just trying to give people some perspective here as to what this actually is, okay? Now, I've already got a video out there on our YouTube about why the Project Q is very underwhelming for me. And it's because it's not a traditional handheld. They are charging what is going to be a significant amount of money for old technology. It is a remote access device, which honestly is technology that's been around for over a decade now. Steam, I talked about this yesterday as well, but now that we have a little bit of a price reference for what we think the Project Q is going to go for, remote access is something that actually Steam's been doing for PC users for a very long time. It used to be a hardware device called the Steam Link. It was a small form factor piece of hardware, a couple of USB ports, power adapter plug-in. It had Wi-Fi. It has an Ethernet port as well as an HDMI port. That's it. And it allowed you to basically remotely access your gaming content through Steam in any other room that you plugged that device into, right? Nowadays, you don't even need that hardware anymore. Steam runs it through an app called Steam Link. It's just an app. You can go download it on a TV. You can put it basically on anything. On anything, you can put that app and just run it. And you can still get the hardware. I've got two of the old hardwares, and they're awesome. You put them anywhere in the house that you don't have your main gaming PC, and you just can remotely play, right? So I find it asinine that PlayStation is trying to get over on their consumers by charging probably $250 to $300 for a controller that has a screen on it that isn't even a traditional handheld, like the Steam Deck is, for roughly $100 less than what the Steam Deck is, just for remote play, for remote access to their games. It's really, really disgusting, actually. And the fact that, as far as I know, PlayStation, as well as these other console makers, don't even give their consumer base remote access like like a platform like Steam does. And Steam doesn't doesn't charge you for it or anything. The app doesn't cost. There's no subscription service to it. The hardware used to be a minimal cost because hardware costs to produce, right? But the app itself, to use it or anything like that, nothing at all, right? And as far as I know, none of these console players give you that capability at all for buying into their platform. There's not an app you can go put on a TV and go, oh, yo, I can remote access my Xbox Series X, or, you know, the Switch doesn't really need it because you can plug a Switch in anywhere. It plays a dual role, right? It's the mobile device as well as it plays that role as a traditional handheld as well, right? So we'll leave it out of this conversation. But traditional consoles like the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5, how are they not giving people, consumers, people buying into their product and their platform, how are they still not at this point in the evolution of technology giving people remote access as just a thank you, right? You buy a PS5 or you buy an Xbox Series X or S and you put it in your living room, yet if you want to go play in your bedroom or whatever, you can't do it because they don't give you that quality of life, yeah? And now PlayStation goes, well, if you want that quality of life, you need to buy our Project Q and give us another $250 to $300, yeah? Whereas we know that it should just be a quality of life option for being part of that platform. PC users have had it for roughly a decade. When did Steam Link get created? Let's take a look. Release, I guess. November 2015. So 8 years now. Yeah, 8 years going on. This is what it was originally. Yeah. Wirelessly, it's just remote access. So for 8 years, going on a decade now, Steam is just giving this to people, right? And now you've got console players. And again, you don't even have to buy this hardware anymore on Steam for PC. It's an app now. It's just an app that you have to. That's all you have to do is download it. It doesn't cost anything. It's nothing extra. It's just quality of life that Steam gives PC players for being part of their platform. Nice quality of life to be able to play in any other room that you can utilize that app, right? You basically just take your content you're playing, you boot Steam up on your main PC, you go to your TV where you got like Steam Link on or whatever, open up Steam Link and it goes, checking your network. Oh, we found that you've got Steam open, this account on this device. Do you want to connect? Yeah, I want to connect. Boom. It's like you're in your Steam account on your computer, just in another room. And you can open any game, play any game you want. You're playing straight off of your PC in another room. It's been around for quite a while now, and it costs nothing on PC. And here is PlayStation charging people for a controller with a screen on it, $250 to $300. This is the crap, dude, that I can't get past. I cannot get past this stuff. Yo, I like it, Ferret. Project, quit buying this crap. It's nonstop, dude. There's nothing about these companies that scream, yo, thank you, to the consumer. It's all, how much more can we rip out of your wallet? Yeah, it's not, it's not like they're trying to find ways to give you backwards compatibility or making the quality of life for your gameplay easier. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. It's always give me more, give me more, give me more. It doesn't matter how long you've been bought into that platform. Yeah, they just keep doing it to the consumer. And I've traditionally played across all platforms, man, and I've gotten to the point where I can't stand the console side of this industry anymore because this is all they do, right? And I cannot recommend enough people try to find a way to get into PC gaming. It's just a much more consumer-friendly side of things. This is just so disgusting that this kind of stuff keeps happening. So instead, basically what this boils down to is instead of Sony going, we've got this technology, probably should have rolled it out about 5 years ago, or at the very least, we should have rolled it out whenever the PS5 initially released, and just given people an app for remote access in any other room or whatever. They're like, let's hold off. We can probably create just a remote access device and make people pay for it. Instead of saying thank you to the consumer, giving people quality of life for continuing to buy into their platform, they keep pulling this kind of crap. So look, here's my thing. If you are considering paying $300 for this, maybe consider spending another $100 and buy a Steam Deck and get into the PC gaming side of things and see what you think about it. Dude, did I close the stupid search? I closed the search. Wait, no, hold on. That's what I opened. Yeah. It's so gross, dude. Yeah, thank you for throwing money at us. Yeah. It's so disgusting. Like that it's just nonstop. Even the Project Star stuff that they tried to push out as like, oh, we're doing this for the consumer. It was gross, dude. There's nothing I ever see from the console players anymore that's like a good play as like a thank you. Xbox is the only one that I've seen that does like they've got any aim at least like trying to do backwards compatibility, really. At least Xbox is trying on that front. It seems they're not there. Yeah, I know, Vault. I know. But that's the thing is like all this stuff for me is like trying to open people's eyes, right? Had your PS4 for 3 years, got mine for $200 to $300. PSN can shove it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be able to change the fanboy, fangirl, the fan club, the PlayStation fan. I mean, look, I talk about this a lot, right? You get people that are blinded, whether it be blinded by a particular developer of games or a particular developer of consoles or a particular developer of CPU or what have you, right? You've got those people that are blinded for some reason or another. They get very my company can do no wrong, right? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing that happens to people. I don't understand why, but it results in people being unable to critically look at what's actually being done to them anymore by that company. And it's weird to me. I don't know why it happens to people. Gothic, I was a Sony fan for a long time too. I mean, I've still got a PS1, a PS2, a PS3, and it was in the midst of PS4 coming to fruition that I was like, I can't buy into this anymore. Yeah, fair. There are a lot of Apple people that. I mean, there are people that do this with any kind of company. And for me, it's like most of you know, but for anybody that's hanging out, it's important for me in the gaming industry, which is the industry that I love, man. I see so much going wrong on that side of things. So much where these companies, especially on the console side of gaming, are just obliterating people's wallets. It's getting so flippin' scummy, dude. And I get it. A business is a business, but there's a difference between a good business, making money and being good to their customers and stuff like that, and what I see most of these console players have turned into. If you treat your customer well, you get loyalty from them. And I don't see most customers being treated well anymore, man. But I still think there are a lot of people that are just like blinded by their love for, well, I'm a PlayStation guy. Rip open their shirt and they've got a PlayStation logo on their chest or something. It's like, why? You know what I mean? Yo, Peter, what's up, man? Like, what makes people like that? You know, to where they actually they're so blinded. They're like tunnel vision on the fact that nothing else could ever be better. They just can't accept the fact. Like, what gets people into that mind state? I don't know, but it happens all the time, dude. It happens all the time. And for me, again, I mean, being somebody that is traditionally, dude, I've always played Nintendo. I've always played Xbox. I've got an Xbox One. I've got regular Nintendo. I've got PlayStation 1. And I've got versions of consoles, you know, throughout the evolution of consoles, you know, up to present from the different developers and everything. But I'm like basically done buying into them. Because it's just the entire console industry has gotten so flipping gross, man. Dude, that's what a lot of this is for me. If people are going to do what they want to do. But I think a big part of what I'm trying to get people to understand is that a lot of this should be looked at critically. If you're willing to pay $300 for a remote access PlayStation device, you should at least be aware that you can pay $400 for a true dedicated PC gaming handheld that can play games on its own, you know, that isn't a remote access device and can get you into maybe a side of gaming that's not so gross nowadays. There's just... God dang it, Wick. He flipping killing me, dog. Always Wick. So, I mean, I think that's just one of my real aims whenever I try to do, because like I'm gonna take that I'm gonna clip that out and I'm gonna put it up on YouTube, and a lot of it's education for me. I want people to be educated. I guarantee you, this is not stuff that's gonna like. It's gonna piss fans off. It's gonna piss those console developers off. But they suck, dude, and they deserve it.